So for the first part of this video, we're gonna go over the plan again. So this is Daniel. He's my 23-year-old client who is suffering from schizophrenia. So he just walked in my office. So we're just gonna do an introduction and then go from there. So, okay. You see me? Okay. Hi Daniel, nice to see you today.
Nice.
So this is our second time meeting. So do you remember what we were going to talk about today? Okay, what are we going to talk about?
About building relationships.
Okay, so part of your treatment plan, one of your priority goals was building relationships. So we are going to bring it down to an easy task, which will be just how to introduce yourself to someone and some just normal social cues that can help you build that friendship. So first, how do you normally start a conversation with someone?
So I usually just say hi. Kind of what comes to my mind.
Okay, so usually just hi.
Just kind of like a hi.
Okay. When's the last time you walked up to a stranger and introduced yourself?
It's been a while. Probably when I'm at my day program.
Okay, starting with all the new clients at the program. Okay, so what we're going to do during the skills training is that I'm going to model some behavior and give you some ideas about how you first introduce yourself to someone, and then I'm going to have you model the behavior back to me. Okay?
Okay.
So you say hi. Are you comfortable asking someone how is your day?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. Are you comfortable asking someone how they slept last night?
No.
Okay. What about, are you comfortable introducing yourself and just giving a little bit about yourself to someone?
No.
Okay. So then we'll just start by asking people about themselves first.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move forward. Okay, so first we went over the plan. So the next is I'm going to do some modeling for Daniel so that he knows the basic social cues of introducing himself to someone. So, okay, so when do you go to Daycap again?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, so when you go to Daycap, the way to start building relationships and friendships is to show that you're friendly and approachable. And so the first thing you can do is smile, okay? So when you meet someone, just smile at them, okay? And then when you smile, you say, hello, my name is Daniel, and you can shake their hand. So I'm going to do it to you, okay? But my name's not Daniel, it's Jade, so, okay?
Okay.
So, hi, my name's Jade.
Hi, my name is Daniel.
Okay, so we had a handshake. We made sure not to get too close to anyone or be too distant. So if you notice, I kind of got towards you, but I still kept my distance. Handshakes are important, so you don't want to grab someone's hand too hard to hurt them, but you also don't want to be, kind of loose because it's a little uncomfortable. Okay? So what I'd like for you to do is to introduce yourself to me.
Okay. Hi, my name's Daniel.
Okay, good. Okay, so that was great. You had a good handshake. You had a good tone in your voice. The only thing was another part of introducing yourself is eye contact. So do you feel comfortable making eye contact if you're going to introduce yourself?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? Okay. So eye contact can be really important because it lets us know that people are interested in us and what we're saying, okay? So let's try it again, and this time let's try and make eye contact.
Okay.
Okay?
Hi, my name's Daniel.
Okay, great. That was great. How do you feel?
Not too bad.
Was it uncomfortable?
A little, but
Okay.
it wasn't too bad, I guess.
Okay. What was uncomfortable about it?
I think the eye contact.
The eye contact. Okay. So if it's uncomfortable, that can be a step that we do, in the future. Right now, the most important part is that you introduce yourself to people. Okay. So we've introduced ourselves. So after you've introduced yourself to someone, what would be the first question that you would ask them to start a conversation?
How are you doing?
How are you doing? Okay. Okay, great. What would be not a great question to ask someone to start a conversation?
Don't ask them what their weight is.
Okay, good. Yes. Definitely don't want to ask them what their weight is. Some of them might be sensitive about it. So, yes, it's not always a good idea to ask someone about their weight. So, I'm going to model from the beginning of our conversation to now.
Okay.
And then I want you to do it back to me, and then we'll kind of see how you're feeling. Okay? So, hi. My name is Jade.
Hi, my name is Daniel.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great. I'm great. So we're at Day Hab, just a little side note, we're going to be at your Day Hab. So what group are you in today?
I'm in Group B.
Group B. Okay, good. So how did that feel?
Not bad.
Okay, so you did a great job because you didn't ask too inappropriate questions. You answered questions, and I could tell you were paying attention to my conversation. Okay, so what is your normal reason for not wanting to talk to people? What are you worried about?
I get really anxious because some days are not good, so I don't want to talk to people when they're not good because I lose a lot of focus.
Okay, what happens when days aren't good?
I start having some of my hallucinations.
Okay. So it's important that you're kind of self-aware of when you're feeling bad. It's still okay to make friends, but if you don't want to push you so that you're so anxious you can't. If you are having a lot of anxiety, we can talk to the doctor to see if medications can help, or we can kind of work on in the future ways to handle anxiety through some different skills training. Okay?
Okay.
So, let's see. So we have done modeling and we have done behavioral rehearsal and shaping. So that was just a brief of all three of them in a small setting. So the last thing that I'm gonna do is homework. Okay, so we've gone over your skills about how to introduce people. We've talked about good questions to ask, bad questions to ask. It's always important to kind of think about how you're feeling and kind of measure how you're feeling that day because you don't want to push yourself. So for the homework, what I would like for you to do is you're going to go to Day Hab tomorrow. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you go to Day Hab, I would like for you to at least walk up to one person and try to have a 3-minute conversation with them.
Okay.
So how do you feel about that?
Kind of weird about it, not really liking it, but I can do it, I think.
Okay. What are you worried that people are going to make fun of you? What are your fears about talking to new people?
Probably like the conversation going longer than I want it to and not knowing what else to say.
Okay, have it in the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with people judging me.
Okay. So just a little information for you since you just started services. So when you go to the Day Hab, just keep in mind that everyone there at the Day Hab also has some sort of mental health going on. So you may feel that you're alone, but it's really important to remember that there are others out there who may be going through similar stuff that you're going through, and it'd be a great, source to talk to. So just keep that in mind when you're at the Day Hab. So before you leave, tell me what your homework is.
I have to have a conversation with people or with someone for like 3 minutes.
Okay, good. Okay, and then when we see each other next time, we will talk about your conversation.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yay. Okay, so through this skills training, I gave Daniel a brief example of how you appropriately introduce yourself to someone. It was really important to talk about eye contact, handshaking. He has some difficulty making eye contact, but that's understandable, especially if he's still actively having hallucinations. So we talked about eye contact. For me, a handshake is really a big deal. You don't want to, they kind of get first impressions off the handshakes. We did I was able to do the modeling and the behavioral rehearsal all throughout the same time with him and I going back and forth on the conversation. His homework piece, I thought it was really important that he say his homework piece back to me, so then that gives me an idea to know that he was paying attention and that he's going to follow through on his homework. Then we'll probably schedule behavioral skill training maybe the following day after this date, or so he'll go to rehab one day and then the following day ask him about it, just to measure his anxiety level about talking to people. So this was really good for me. I don't always do videos, and I really appreciate my friend helping me. I've definitely learned a lot about schizophrenia, even though I've been in the field for a long time. The papers that I've read and the homework that we've done, and even some of the research articles that I've read, I've learned about schizophrenia that I haven't learned before. So I think it's really healthy for me as I move forward in my field. And I think these skills that are outside of what we're doing at the clinic are really important to know, so that my skill set isn't just on what I'm being taught at work, but I have a skill set of what I'm learning through school and through my education as I continue to gain knowledge about the field. So that is it. Thank you.